So whether you live east of the Mississippi or west of it, doesn't matter. Optics are of the utmost importance. You can't hunt an animal unless you can see it. So with Swarovski, you're obviously going to be able to see more animals. Their construction is bar none the best. I've never had any problems with it, and I've been using Swarovski for over 10 years. A couple of things that I want to go over with is the eyepiece. A lot of people ask me, do I like a straight, the STX, or the ATX, the angle? And my answer to that is it depends on the hunter. If you're doing a lot of hunting out west from an automobile and you're glassing it and then you're going out there after it, I like the straight, and I will run the 95mm that is going to reach out there and touch that animal that I'm looking at with great clarity in low light conditions. And usually in the morning is when we're really on it out west. And then if you're back east and you're watching stuff in the evenings, say from a farm road, and you're watching whitetails from afar, I may run the 65mm, or I'll run the 65 out west if I'm going on a backpacking trip where I'm 5 miles in or 3 miles in. I want to conserve on weight. Now, if I conserve on weight, I will go with the ATX, and these all adapt to each other. So this can go to this and the 85. So there's the 95mm, 85mm, and the 65mm. This is what I will run. Very small and lightweight unit with a lightweight tripod. So the tripod being 1.6 ounces, and that's 1 pound, 6 ounces. And this is a great setup for me. And the reason why I like it is because I've got less weight on the tripod and on the scope. I can adjust very easily to come up, but I also gain when I'm sitting down. I already gained the angle of the ATX eyepiece. That's what I really like. So that's kind of how I run, depending on where I'm at and what I'm doing and what game we're on. If we're running South Dakota and we're looking for whitetails, I'm going to run the 95mm. The next thing, I will run the Swarovski window mount. It's very simple, large control here to adjust, and I'll just snug that up so I can kind of move the scope and it'll hold where I need it, rather than having some type of a handle where it's in the way and it seems like I'm always starting the car and moving. So I like having smaller controls on that. And then last but not least, this is a 10x42 EL range, and the range is here on the bottom, as you can see. This bar none is the best glass on the market, and the big thing is this starts at 30 yards. So me being a long distance shooter out west, anything in from 30, I can guess that yardage. I don't have a problem there. But being able to press this button here gives you a readout inside of your range. Now that you can control the light inside there, and that I love, because there's a lot of times I need it as bright as I can get it in low light, and then sometimes I don't need it, so I can turn that down. This will come in a meter and in yards, which is nice. This is going to allow you, in my opinion, to kill more animals, because rather than going from a two-piece unit running binoculars and say a rangefinder, I can have this set on my bow or my rifle or backpack and range at the same time I'm glassing. And as that animal's moving and I'm looking forward and I can see that opening where he's going, and that's where I want to get my shot, I'll start range finding bushes, or I'll range find a particular tree. And that's going to save time, and time is what you need in the last 20 seconds before you get your opportunity, and this is going to save time, and that time is of the essence. I'm Anthony Dixon for Swarovski. I hope this will help you out in the field with whether you want to go with a STX on the straight or you go on the ATX. Have a good one.